It's a good idea to contact a printer before you get too far into your design project. When you do contact a printer, you're likely going to speak with a sales representative. There are generally two types of sales representatives with printers. One is an outside salesperson who is out traveling to the customers. They're delivering proofs. They're picking up documents, getting signatures. They're also drumming up new business, and they're outside moving about the community. They usually have a partner that is called the inside sales rep or the customer service rep, and their job is they stay in the printing plant and they track jobs going through the plant. So they track it going through the estimation process, as it going through pre-press, as the job's being printed. They'll send you updates. Your main communicator is with the inside customer service rep. And so they generally partner with an outside sales rep so they can keep all the details straight and inform each other, and they work really well together. Other positions in a print sales office that are good for you to know about are the estimator and the scheduler. And so an estimator is somebody who creates the quotes and estimates for potential jobs. So what happens is the sales rep, either outside or inside, gets all the details they need from you, the designer, and they will collect all these details about the print job. You know, how many pages is it? Is it color? Is it black and white? When do you need it? That sort of stuff. And then the estimator comes in and they have software that they can plug in all of these details into their software. So what type of paper it's going to go on, how many sheets it's going to run, and what press it's going to run, and it's calculated to say, well, it'll take this press, half an hour or 5 hours, whatever it takes to run this job. And so it calculates the cost of the press, and it calculates the cost of pre-press people spending their time working with your files. So there's all these details that the estimator plugs into the software, and it spits out a quote, an estimate for you. And usually these estimates can have multiple quantities. So you'd say, I want to know what's the cost of 1,000 copies of this job, or 3,000 copies, or 5,000 copies. And so you can see what the price difference is. And the estimator can work back and forth with the salesperson, which communicates to you, the designer. So it's very rare for the designer to communicate directly to the estimator. The estimator is creating the cost of your job, and so they're kind of directed by the salespeople on what to do. And what to add into your job or to take away from your job. And so the estimator will come up with these numbers. They'll give the numbers to the salesperson. The salesperson will then give the estimate or the quote to you, and then you can look at it and save it and get quotes from many other print shops and compare your quotes and whatnot. The other person in the print shop, which doesn't really affect you until you commit to be printing with them, is the scheduler. The scheduler, so say there's a print shop and they have 3 printing presses, and they can only be printing one thing at a time. And so it takes job A 3 hours to run, and job B is going to take 26 hours to run, and job C is going to take 18 hours, and job D is only going to take 1 hour. And so the scheduler has to take all the due dates, the size of the jobs, can he break the print runs up into different portions, who's going to run first, and what's going to get done and when. And so the scheduler actually has a lot of power in the print shop about what's going to be printed next. And so it's just something to be aware of, is that when you go to get your job printed, it's going to be put into a queue with other jobs that are being printed. So depending on your relationship with the printer, your need, whether you're willing to pay more to have it printed sooner, that sort of thing, the scheduler will be working with that.